Whoa, that's incredibly cheap.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Yes, friends, what's happening? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. Just yesterday, I hope you're doing well, really do hope that. Just yesterday evening, I was reacting to the report from that journalist that the agreement is done, its final details for Chelsea and Joao Felix, and it's going to be around 50 million euros. Actually, Romano has come out and said things are going to be, or it's going to be even cheaper, and yeah, like... To me, like, this seems like it's inevitable. Well, of course, Gallagher's waiting and training alone. We can, reiterate and go over that stuff again. But we'll cite Romano and what he said about this really cheap Joao Felix deal. Of course, it's game day. At time of recording, it's just about 8 a.m.-ish. And later on today... I'm hoping for a miracle. I did do a match preview of Chelsea versus Manchester City a couple of uploads ago. Go check that out if you want my thoughts. Or I made a starting lineup for the game. So, prayer circle, everyone. And also I will talk about some stuff with Victor Osimhen. Like John Obi Mikel, Chelsea midfielder, ex-Chelsea midfielder. Chelsea legend, I think he deserves that respect, keeps talking to Victor Osimhen and wants him to join Chelsea. And yeah, of course, it's similar stuff that we've been talking about, but it's there, do you know what I mean? It could still very much happen. So strap yourselves in for this Chelsea news video this morning. Of course, I will upload a review to the result later today. So do keep it locked. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. If you choose to subscribe, please do consider hitting the bell notifications icon so you don't miss a beat, man. Come on. All right, final stages. Chelsea very, very close to re-signing the Portuguese star Joao Felix. I'm using Simon Phillips' website here, chelsea.news. According to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea are very close and in the final stages of completing a deal to sign one Portuguese star. In the remaining weeks of the transfer window. The club has now been looking to get a number of deals done and completed before the end of the summer, this summer window this month, and this one will be another incoming deal. Right. Romano says Chelsea and Atletico Madrid are now advanced into the final stages of the deal, the negotiation, and will see Joao Felix head to Chelsea as part of a separate deal that, of course, will see Conor Gallagher finally complete his move to the Metropolitano and to play for Simeone. The rebuilt Atletico, of course, with Alvarez. They've made a couple more signings, I believe, as well. It's an exciting time to be a Atleti fan, I guess. Felix was at Chelsea on loan, of course, a couple of seasons back, and he's now due to return. Romano says this: Chelsea and Atletico Madrid have been able to advance into the final stages for the Joao Felix deal. The final details are being done. The expectation is for Chelsea to pay 34 to 38 million pounds for Felix, but I think it will be 34 million plus add-ons. So that could be the structure of the deal. Guys, I don't care what your position is, what your opinion is on Joao Felix. If anyone told you that you could sign him this summer after his Barcelona loan, he's, again, cost 120 million euros. And he's 24 years old, entering his prime. If someone said you could sell him, you could buy him for 34 million pounds. That is wild, bro. 34 million pounds. Like, that is like Danny Drinkwater money, 34 million pounds. What else? Who else have we bought for 30? I mean, it's like nearly half the money of Cucurella. Who else have we wasted loads of money on recently? It's nearly 15 million pounds cheaper than Sterling. Yeah, man, just, what's the... Axel Disasi, who we spent their money on. And it's, like I said, Joao Felix, I've said it in recent videos, he's a superstar. Even if he's not the smartest, most intelligent... I don't want to say that because I don't want to do him dirty in case he's brilliant. Even though he's not the most obvious solution to Chelsea problems, the asset you are requiring in Joao Felix is incredible. He's a world star attacker. Like I say, he's got 13 million followers on his Instagram. He is a massive marketable asset brand. He wants to play for Chelsea. He's not like being farmed out and pushed around because Atletico don't want him. I mean, they don't want him. Barcelona did want him, but they simply cannot afford him. They are broke owner. They can't even register Dani Olmo, their newest signing. They are, in financial ruin, it would seem, from the outside, Barcelona. But but the reason why I like this signing is because I believed him in the first time when he said, I really love it here at Chelsea. I hope I can stay. I'm really liking it here. And, I would have thought, he would have tried to, stay in, I don't know, Spain, try and stay in Barcelona, or even go to maybe, I don't know, Sevilla over Chelsea, but just, I don't know, I just didn't think Chelsea looked attractive because especially the 6 months he was here, it was mental. It was mental, and he still loved it. He still had a laugh. He likes London. He had a good time. He, of course, speaks immaculate English, pretty darn fluent, and just thought, Chelsea's great. I want to be at Chelsea. So, obviously, we're better now than we were back then. I mean, in terms of how settled we are. I know we've still got 1,000 players in the squad, but, they're being sold and loaned every single day, and they're doing, I guess, important work in terms of thinning the squad down. But he wants to come to Chelsea, and like I've said, I do think because of the wingers we've got, no one's really saying, you ain't benching me, mate. If people built a lineup now, they'd probably say, as Noni's done okay, but they'd probably start Cole Palmer on the right wing rather than on the inside, just so you could accommodate Nkunku as well in the middle. And really, probably, despite having lots of left wingers, you're starting Neto, who hasn't played a single minute for Chelsea yet, which is very, very telling to where we are. So, yeah, I mean, at the moment, you could even start a front four of an attacking four, that line of Joao Felix on the left, Neto on the right, the inside right Cole Palmer, the inside right Christopher Nkunku. Which is hella attacking, and it means you've not got any space for your Dewsbury Halls or whatever, but, if you're inclined to just be that FIFA football manager kid that wants to put the superstar names in. Anyway, look, obviously, it's the kind of signing that makes me excited, but really wary, but of course the huge thing is here, he's just willing to drop his wages to what we accept, and that's a problem of Osimhen, who we're about to talk about now. So, 34 million quid, massively reduced wages, like Matt Law originally reported, simply too good to turn down. I think Arsenal and other clubs were interested in Joao Felix as well, but I imagine he only wanted to come to Chelsea. That's how I'm choosing to think about it. The optics for me. Okay, I'm also using Cy Phillips' website for this, referencing what's going on with Victor Osimhen, because it has gone a bit quiet. Of course, we spoke yesterday about PSG having an injury to Gonzalo Ramos, their Portuguese centre-forward, who should be starting for Portugal. Should have done in the Euros, but of course, Ronaldo did, which I think made them a lot worse for it. No disrespect to Ronaldo, I just think they should have a young, mobile striker starting over him. One former Chelsea player is claiming there is a 60% chance that that Napoli striker joins Chelsea this summer. In some updates, Chelsea fans will not help but to be excited from hearing. Of course, former Chelsea midfielder John Obi Mikel believes there's a fair chance that Osimhen arrives at Stamford Bridge this summer, and he is one guy who will know. On beIN Sports, John Obi Mikel says this, quote, I think it's 60-40% in the favour that Osimhen comes. I think so. He wants to come. I sent him a few text messages here and there, told him that he's a great club and a great city. He would like to play and follow in the footsteps of other Nigerians to play for Chelsea. Of course, as well, we know that Victor Osimhen is a huge Didier Drogba fan. He's his idol, but this remains the same thing for me. And of course, the case of Joao Felix is exciting because we're getting him for such a cheap price. It's exciting because, he wants to join Chelsea, and it's really positive because he's like, I'll massively lower my wages so I can come and play for Chelsea. That's a good feeling, bro. Of course, with Osimhen, it's exciting because he wants to play for Chelsea. It's exciting because he's a superstar. I'm not sure we'd get an amazing deal, but I think we'd get a certainly more favourable deal that De Laurentiis was presenting 18 months ago, 12 months ago, which was crazy money. So an acceptable deal, where Lukaku's involved somehow. But yeah, he won't lower his wages as it stands. He wants to earn that big, big money, and Chelsea at the moment aren't really offering that. For me, Osimhen would be incredibly exciting in terms of being a shirt seller. I mean, if the final three signings we made in this transfer window were Pedro Neto, Joao Felix and Victor Osimhen, all those people moaning about, not buying big names and shirt sellers and, no disrespect to your, like, Dewsbury Halls and Philip Jorgensens and stuff like that. They might prove to be, very important players for Chelsea. But yeah, where's your marketability? Where's your brand awareness? Well, Pedro Neto, I know he only played for Wolves, but he's a Premier League star, and he might excite people the most out of the trio, and they'd be, maybe right to do that because they've seen this guy tear apart Chelsea, they've seen him tear apart Man City in the Premier League, and of course we've seen Joao Felix do a bit in the Prem for Chelsea, but the sample size was sort of mutilated by the crazy landscape of Chelsea at the time. And yeah, Osimhen's a global international star. He's this African icon, this striker. He's won the Scudetto. He's exciting. Personally, I know that John Obi Mikel's saying 60% chance he comes to Chelsea. I mean, that may be true, but I would include in my speculation, I would include that maybe being this loan. I said it in a recent video, guys. I'll say it once more. Chelsea won't sign him in the current climate of his wages and stuff, and maybe he doesn't want a loan. I think personally we will sell Lukaku to Napoli either way. I do. Chelsea, especially if we get Joao Felix, we'll just load it up front, dude. We've got loads of stuff up front. Granted, we might not have that blockbuster striker, but we can keep Mark Gu, Jackson's back, and Nkunku can play in the middle, Joao Felix can play in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. We're going to be all right. So I feel like we'll be in a strong negotiating position, offload Lukaku. And like I said yesterday in yesterday's video, Antonio Conte has confirmed yet again that Osimhen's not training with him. He's not part of the plans. So where's he going to go? They're going to have to, like, definitely go. But I know he's softened his stance on Saudi. I still don't see it happening. I see it being PSG or Chelsea. And I think probably both PSG and Chelsea are sitting here knowing, let's just wait it out. Let's see what if both Napoli's stance softens, which I think already has softened enough in terms of transfer fee demands, and if Osimhen's stance softens. Now, PSG paid crazy money on wages. They were paying Kylian Mbappe 200 million a year just in wages. And I think, isn't Osimhen demanding like 12 million or something? I don't know. Yeah, I'll see what... I don't know what the financial situation is over in Paris, but for us, I kind of like... As much as I'd love Osimhen and loads of people want him, I'm just really wary about that new player in the new system that breaks the wage structure and then comes in and just doesn't do very well. Naturally, my biggest fear is the two recent super high-waged players in Lukaku and Sterling. How they're both like bankers for the Premier League. They're not like Osimhen, like, yeah, he could do well. He's a good striker in theory. It's like, no. Raheem Sterling scored over 100 Premier League goals, and he's won loads of Premier Leagues, and he's fit and firing, and Tuchel wants him. He is a banker. He is a don't worry about it, mate, signing. Romelu Lukaku was like one of the best strikers for 2 years in a row, winning the MVP, winning the Scudetto. Again, he himself had scored over 100 Premier League goals. He was this in his prime, like everyone was saying. Do you remember in the media? Everyone was saying, "Oh, Chelsea are going to win the league now." Tuchel. They finished third before, I think. No, wait, did we? I can't remember. When we won the Champions League, and we were looking really strong that if Tuchel started the season, that we'd win the Premier League. And now they've added Lukaku. Loads of people, their pre-season predictions for the 21-22 season was Chelsea going to be Premier League winners. Lukaku was a banker. And because of these guys represented safety, we paid them silly wages, 300k a week, 325k a week, or was it 325, 350k a week? Silly money, and it screws you. Not only are you hamstrung in financial fair play, you can't sell them because there are massive wages. Your teammates in the squad are really frustrated and upset that this guy's getting paid 4 times the amount of them, and it's 4 times worse than them in terms of being effective in the team. So I do have a little bit of that fear about Osimhen. But that's just where we are. Let me know what you think, guys. Of course, I'll be back to react to big stories, as well as, of course, the reaction to Chelsea versus Man City, which, of course, is terrifying. So keep it locked, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Peace.